Hey everybody, Dr. Steven here, and I'm in my backyard. The weather's kind of chilly. It's, I think, about 42 degrees right now, but the snow has begun to melt, is almost completely melted. And we're hoping for better weather. Next week, it's supposed to actually hit the 60s, which will be wonderful. We're kind of getting tired of all of this late spring snow that we've been having. So we're locked up, as it were, here at home, like all of you are as well. My wife is an elementary school teacher, and she's got 24 second graders that she's doing e-learning. And I'm working in my study on my classes that I'm teaching online, and also some of my responsibilities with our mission organization. And so today we came up just to get a cup of tea, actually, and we noticed in our backyard, in my aspen trees that aren't even leafed out yet, there was a huge great horned owl just sitting there. And that's pretty rare to see them during the day. In fact, it's kind of rare to see them around here much at all. And at the same time, there was on the other side of the tree a absolutely frightened squirrel that was stuck there and afraid. He was kind of scared in place and didn't know what to do because the owl was on the other side, and certainly he would be prey to the owl. And so we watched for almost a half hour, and I grabbed my camera and took some pictures because this little scared squirrel eventually got himself on top of or over the owl and very precariously ends up jumping over to the pine tree that's right next to him. And it was just kind of a fun and entertaining little thing that we probably wouldn't have been home to sit and look at had it not been for the lockdown. So it was kind of fun. So we're nearing the end of this Capstone and Grad Practicum course. This last week, I had you guys just send an encouraging word as the point of the discussion threads. And so for this upcoming week, there is no discussion question. I'm still going to offer the Zoom meeting, and I hope many of you can just check in and see one another and encourage each other face to face as you're able. But mostly just start working on your final paper. The final paper is a 6 to 8 page essay, double-spaced, of course, and it can be in first person because it is a personal essay. And it's you engaging and interacting with the Lominger competency skills that you originally pointed out, and then later in the class we revisited them. Just taking that material, that information, and interacting with how it's gone for you as you've tried to implement that. And you can certainly put the twist on it in light of this crisis, this worldwide crisis, the coronavirus pandemic. Because really, how we lead in the midst of crises is probably more reflective of what kind of leader we are than anything else imaginable. So it can be first person, it can be your own reflections. It doesn't have to be weighted heavily with a bunch of outside sources and what have you. Of course, cite whatever sources you do use appropriately, but just get that in by the end of the semester and get in those journal entries, those one-page journal entries just from the weeks. Like I said, I just looked for 10 of them because a lot of you no longer have the practicum that you had before because of the layoffs and the closures and those things. So that's okay. Get it in. Everybody's going to do great. Bless you guys.